Basic Electrical Engineering. In this we are in the third chapter, that is work, power and energy and heating effects of electric current. In our previous video lessons we have learned about the work, power and energy and heating effects of electrical current and related applications, Joule's law, thermal efficiency and specific heat. On that theory part, in this video we are going to solve some numerical example problems. On the topic of thermal and electric energy. When an electrical appliance is connected to the supply, it produces heat. So what is the input of these appliances? We are giving electrical energy. And what is the output? The output is thermal energy. Here the conversion of electrical energy into thermal energy is taking place. That's why it is called heating effects of electric current. In previous video we have solved a problem on kettle and heater like that, and we will solve some more problems here also. Here for example, when an electrical kettle is used to heat some m gram of water, m is mass, it is in kgs like that. Initially, before giving any electrical energy or before switch on the supply, right, the water is having some room temperature. After giving that electricity, then what will happen? The warming of water will takes place. Then the temperature is raised from theta 1 to theta degree centigrade. Then what is the output for that specific action? H, heat, is ms theta kilocalories. This is the heat output. Here H is equal to heat and m is equal to mass of that particular water. S is specific heat. The specific heat of the substance is changed from one substance to another substance. Here the specific heat of water is 1 calories, right. So theta is the rise in temperature, that is theta 2 minus theta 1. These are the things we are observed. On this concept we are going to solve one more problem, right. So here which type of question they are asking is, they are asking about the thermal efficiency. So our output is, the formula is ms into theta 2 minus theta 1. After that, here input what we are giving, input is H is equal to I square RT by J. First step is to find the output, and after that we are going to find the input. Then we will calculate its efficiency by taking the ratio of output by input. Let's see this problem. An immersion heater is used to heat water in a vessel made of aluminium. The mass of water is to be heated from 15 degrees centigrade to 85 degrees centigrade in 5 minutes time is 3 kg. The mass of the vessel is 2 kg and its specific heat is 0.219. Determine the power rating of the immersion heater assuming no heat is lost to surrounding by radiation. Here this is the question. An immersion heater is used to heat water in a vessel made of aluminium. So here what is the material? That is aluminium. That's why they are giving the specific heat of the aluminium is 0.129. 15 degrees is theta 1. 50 degrees to 85 degrees the temperature rising takes place. So this is a theta 2 and this is a theta 1. 5 minutes is time. 2 kg is mass. This is the data given in this question. Read the question one more time, then you will get an idea what is the data they are given and what is the thing you have to find out. Let's see this question. An immersion heater is used to heat water in a vessel made of aluminium. The mass of water is to be heated from 15 degrees centigrade to 85 degrees centigrade. In 5 minutes time is 3 kg. The mass of the vessel is 2 kg. Here vessel and water, 2 masses are there. Here what is the question? They are expected us to find the power rating of the immersion heater and assuming no heat is lost to surroundings by radiation. This is the question. After reading the question, what are the data we are observed? They are given the data as M1, mass of water is 3 kg. The temperature, initial temperature is 15 degrees centigrade. After that, it increases to 85 degrees centigrade. M2 is equal to 2 kgs. Specific heat of vessel is equal to 0.219. Losses are no need to considerable. They are given. What you have to find? We have to find the power rating of the heater. VI value we have to find. This is a given data. Here heat produced by heater is combination of two things here. Heat absorbed by water plus heat absorbed by the vessel. The vessel is made up of aluminium, right? That's why here two things, water is there and vessel is there. That's why M1, M2, two mass values are given. We have to find the power capacity. Let take that power capacity as P. We don't know. We have to find the value of P. Right. First step, heat produced by heater in 5 minutes is (0.24 into P into 5 into 60. What is this 5 into 60? This is time. 5 minutes, that's why we have to convert it into seconds. Next, heat absorbed by water. The formula for the output is ms theta. Here m1 s1 theta 2 minus theta 1. m1 is mass of the water. S1 is the specific heat of the water is 1. Theta 2 is 85, theta 1 is 15. if we substitute all the values in this equation. Here 3 into kgs, that's why 3 into 1000 into S1 is equal to 1, theta 2 85, theta 1 15. Substitute all the values, then our answer is 21,000 or 21 kilocalories. So heat absorbed by water we are find. Next, heat absorbed by vessel also we have to find. This is the heat absorbed by vessel. M2 into S2 theta 2 minus theta 1. Here M2 is what? 2 kgs they are given. Our M2 as 2 kgs. This vessel is made with aluminium, right? So 2 kgs, that's why 2 into 1000. Next, specific heat of this aluminium is 0.219. Theta 2 theta 1 are 85 and 15. Substitute this value, then we are getting, this is the answer. Now our final output is combination of two things. One is heat absorbed by water and heat absorbed by vessel. We have to add these two. In this we are finding 21,000 calorie. In this we are finding this value. So heat produced by heater is combination of these two. Is equal to what? Our input. Here we are taking our efficiency as 100. Because of that we are consider the losses as 0. That's why input is equal to output. 72p is input. 24,660 is output. For finding the value of p, we rearrange the equation, then what will happen? For finding this p is equal to this value by 72. Then we will get 3342.5 watts is the final answer. Here losses are negligible. That's why we are taken as input is equal to output. This output is combination of heat produced by water plus heat produced by vessel. So this is the step. First we are finding the input. After that we are finding the output. Here losses are negligible, that's why output is equal to input. Then finally we are getting the value. Let's see another problem. A heating coil of resistance 50 ohms is immersed in a vessel containing 500 ml of water. If on passing a current of 2 amperes, the temperature rise at the end of 10 minutes is observed to be 57.2 degrees centigrade. Neglect losses, calculate joules equivalent. Here the question is to find the value of J. Just read the question one more time. A heating coil of resistance 50 ohms is inserted or immersed in a vessel containing 500 ml of water. A current of 2 amperes and temperature rise at the end of 10 minutes is observed to be 57.2 degrees. After reading the question, we are identify some data they are given. They are given the resistance and M value 500 ml is equal to 0.5 kg. How? 500 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So 0.5 kg. Next, I they are given as 2 amperes. T is equal to 10 minutes. So 10 into 60 seconds. R is equal to 50 they are given. Theta 2 minus theta 1 is equal to 57.2 degrees centigrade. Here also they are telling that neglect the losses. If we neglect the losses, then output is equal to input. Then what will happen? Our efficiency is 100%. In that, what we have to find? We have to find the value of Joule's constant, J value. Right. Here, efficiency of the heater is output by input into 100. So first step is to find the input. P into T by J. To find the value of P. P T by J. So what is the formula for this? P is equal to I square into R. Here I they are given as 2. R is equal to 50. So the value of power is 200 watts. For finding the input, what we have to require? P into T by J. Here what is T? P is equal to 200. T is equal to 10. We have to convert it into that minutes into seconds 60 by J. This is the input. This is the input. Okay? Keep this value to a side. After that, the next step is to find the value of output. What is the formula for this output? MS theta. Let's see how to find the output. Here this is output is equal to MS into theta. Here m is equal to 0.5, S is equal to 1. Why? Because of that for water the specific heat is 1 calories. And theta 2 minus theta 1 is equal to 57.2. Then the output is 28.6 kilocalories. Here input we are finding as this, and this is the output. Here the losses are considered as negligible, that's why we have to take in its input is equal to output. Then efficiency is 100, so 28.6 is equal to this. By rearranging this equation, J is equal to this 4195.8 joule per kilocalories. This problem is very simple. Here all these problems are having the same model of solution. First we have to identify the data what they are given. After that we have to find its input. Next we have to find its output. For finding input the formula is power into time by J. P into T by J. After that substituting the values all we are getting the input value. The next step is to find the output. The formula for output is ms into theta 2 minus theta 1. Substitute all the values, then we are getting the output value. After that here substitute the value of output and input, then we will get the remaining quantity what we have to find. This is the only model available in this unit, and it is important problems. This problem is already we are solved so many problems. You will solve some more problems available in your textbook. The complete problem is depend upon the concept of thermal efficiency. To find this thermal efficiency we have to calculate its output and input. So the next concept is about the calculation of electric bill. Every month we are getting electrical bill from electricity department to our houses, right? How this bill is calculated? You have to know must and should. As a electrical engineering student, you have to calculate the electricity bill. What is the process of this calculation of electricity bill? The calculation of electricity bill, energy cost of an appliance is noted. Every electrical devices or appliances is marked with some wattage. For example, in your house you just see which type of appliances, how many watts are there required. The bulbs, it is having some 9 watts, 12 watts, LED bulbs like that. and mixie 1500 watts, 1000 watts, the heater and fans. Just see all the watts of your appliances used in your home. So this gives an indication of the amount of electrical power they need to do work. This electricity consumption is a combination of the electricity and the period of that time. So for standard measure of this electricity consumption, we have to take its amount of wattages used over an hour. Some of the appliances are very high wattages, but we used it for few seconds. So we have to consider its periodic time. So electrical supply authorities uses kilowatt hour as a unit of measuring electrical energy to the consumers. So the basic unit of this electricity is kilowatt hour. How can we define this kilowatt hour? 1 kWh is the amount of energy consumed by an electrical device that is related at 1 kW for 1 hour. The electrical energy supplied to the consumers is bought by the unit. The unit is a kilowatt hour. 1 unit is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. The procedure to calculate electricity bill is very simple. When an electrical device is switched on, for example, if we switched on a fan, then what we are giving its input is electrical energy. It will start consuming electricity. The wattage of the device is multiplied by the hours, and the product of this quantity gives the electricity consumed. However, as the consumers are charged electricity by unit. Unit is what? Unit is nothing but kilowatt hour. Here, for calculation of this electricity bill, these are the some steps for calculation this electricity bill. By following this step, it is very easy to calculate that. Let's see what are the steps. The step 1 is note down the wattage of each appliance. You go and see all the appliances what you are used right now and note the wattages of every devices or every appliances used in your home. Next, multiply that wattage with quantity to get total power in watts. This meaning, if we are having 4 fans in your house in 4 rooms, then 50 wattage, for example, 50 into, here single fan is not there, 4 fans, that's why 50 into 4. Multiply wattage with quantity to get total power in watts. After that, multiply total power with given working hours to get total energy in watt hours. Next, divide watt hour by 1000 to get kilowatt hours. The last step is multiply total monthly units with cost per unit to get total monthly electricity bill. This is a table. It helps to calculate the monthly bill. Serial number, particular of loads. If in our house, for example, we are having iron box, light, fan, TV, like that. Quantity, how many of that we have to write. Next, number of hours working per day. After that, wattage, total power in wattage, total energy in watt hour. This is the table. Just go through these simple steps. If it is clear, then we will ready to solve some numerical problems on this. This is a procedure for calculation of electric bill. We are taking 6 steps to calculate this. Hope you understand the theory then. If we understand the theory, then it is very easy to solve this problem. Just by reading this step, it is not remembered. If we solved one problem, then you will have a very clear cut idea about this. Let's look this problem. Calculate the monthly bill of domestic services with the following loads for a month of 30 days. 4 lamps of 100 watts, each used for 6 hours a day. The next point is 2000 watt immersed heater used for 1 hour a day. 3 fans of 60 watts, each used for 10 hours a day. 1000 watts electrical iron used for 1 hour a day. So the cost per unit of consumption is 50 paisa. This is a question. Here, what are the particulars of load? This load is of having lamps, heater, fan, iron box. 4 different types of loads. And they are giving its quantity and number of hours it used in a day. Here the question is calculate the monthly bill of domestic service. Let's write this. Here this is the particulars of load: lamp, immersion heater, fans, electrical iron. Next, this is the quantity. The third column is about the quantity. Lamps are having 4, immersion heater is 1, fans are 3, the iron is 1, and they are giving number of hours working per day. Here we are writing the number of hours. Wattage. Here total power in wattage, the 6th column. To get this value, total column of this wattage, total power in wattage. So quantity into wattage. If we are having 3 lamps or else 4 lamps, 4 into this 100 gives 400 watts. Here we are having 3 fans of 60 watts. 3 into 60 is 180. Like that. For calculating this total power in wattage, we have to take the product of the column number 3 into column number 5. So I write like this. After calculating total power for individual equipment, add all this total. 400 plus 2000 plus 180 plus 1000. Next, total energy in watt hours. Energy is equal to power into time. Here the power is 6. It is in 6th column, the wattage, into the product of time. 4th column is time. So for getting this 7th column, we must take the product of 4th column into 6. That is nothing but energy is equal to power into time. That's it. Let's see this first. 400 into this 6. 4 6 24. 100 is the answer. Next, 2000 into 1, 2000. 180 into 10, 1800. Fans are working 10 hours per day. That's why 180 into this 10 gives 1800. After that, 1000 into 1 gives 1000. After calculating all this, we are taking the total, then we will get the final answer, 7200. If we do the calculations in this table perfectly, then it is very easy to calculate the amount of that bill. So our final answer is 7200. Total energy consumption. Here total energy consumption is 7200 watt hour. The next step is what? Divided by 1000. Right? We are following these steps every time. Note down the wattage and multiple wattage with quantity. Multiple total power with given working hours. Divide watt hours by 1000. Right? This is the next step. So we divide this 7200 by 1000 gives 7.2 units. After that, what is the next step? Multiply number of units with number of days. How many days? This is a monthly bill of 30 days. So 7.2 into 30 gives 216 units. What is the last step? Multiply total monthly units with cost. In this question, what is the cost they are given? 50 paisa. Okay. So this into 50 gives the total value of 108, 216. Here 216 into 50 by 100 gives the total value of 108. 108 is the answer for this question. So what is the summary of this today's class? In this class we are learned about the problem on thermal efficiency, these steps are: first, observe the given data and find the value of input and find the value of output. After that, take the ratio of output by input, then we will get the answer. The next concept what we are learned is calculation of electricity bill. These are the some steps are followed for calculation of electricity bill. This is the table which is used to help to calculate monthly bill. After that, we are observed a numerical problem on the above concept. That is how to calculate the electricity bill. This is a summary or outline for today's class. Hope you are also solve some more problems available in your textbook. Thank you, and thank you for watching this.